Is that all of us are different. Isn't that special? Because if we were all the same, it would be kind of boring, huh? Okay, and so, but sometimes when we see others that are different than us, sometimes we're not really sure how come they, look different, or why do they do that that's different, and sometimes we make fun of them, and that hurts their feelings. And so it's important not to do that, because if you've ever been made fun of or teased, you know that it hurts, okay? So I wanted to encourage you guys that maybe if you've ever noticed that about Cameron and you've wondered, now you know why she does it. And if you see other kids, is everybody listening? At recess or out when you're outside and maybe they're looking at her and wondering or pointing, you can, what's something that you can do? Do you guys have ideas of what you can do to help them understand? Yeah, do you have an idea?
Use words.
Yeah, you could use your words. You can help explain that it's because she had a medicine, because she had something that's called leukemia or cancer. But I will have you pick the next one. Okay? You can also let your teacher know if somebody's doing that too, okay? And instead you can say things that are kind and encouraging, huh? Yeah? That are nice, exactly. Okay, so I want to ask you guys a couple questions, and then I want you guys to ask me questions. So, do you guys remember what it was called that Cameron had?
Leukemia.
Leukemia. And is leukemia a type of cancer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a type of cancer. Is it something that she did wrong that caused it?
No.
It's not her fault at all that it happened. Is it something that you could have catched from her?
No.
No, it's not contagious. And how come sometimes Cameron walks on her toes?
Because she had medicine.
Yeah, because of that medicine that helped to get rid of those cells that were sick. But as a result, that's one of the things that happened, okay? So who has an idea of how they can be a good friend? Okay, you pick one and then we're going to let them ask questions, okay? Who has an idea?
I walk on my toes a lot of times at home every day.
Yeah, and you see what that feels like, huh? Yeah. Okay, so, I bet you guys have lots of other good ideas, but because of time, I want to see, do any of you have questions? And really quick, I know lots of you probably have stories, and so a story is about something that happened to you, but I want you to ask questions, okay?
Wait, Zoe, listen, she only wants questions, just something you want her to answer, not sharing a story about you. You want questions for her.
Who has a question about something that we talked about?
My question is, I used to walk on my toes at home, but I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, sometimes the other kids that have walk on their toes too for different reasons. And sometimes they go and there's doctors that can help do different exercises to help you walk on the bottoms of your feet. Yep.
Like, where's your toes?
Yeah, our toes are at the front, huh?
At the bottom of my feet.
Yeah. All
And
right.
we have a question.
Who else?
We have a question. Natalie.
You can say nice things to them.
I like that. You were talking about ways that you can be a good friend, huh? And so that's a way that you can be a good friend is to say nice things to them. You are definitely right. Who else has a question?
Evie.
Do you guys hand out walkers if your legs hurt?
Yeah, at the hospital we do sometimes. Sometimes kids come in and they have a hard time walking. So sometimes they have walkers that have wheels on them that they walk with. Or sometimes, have you guys ever seen crutches? Sometimes kids use crutches or wheelchairs. There's different ways to get around.
I
Yeah.
found a wheelchair. My grandma,
You're right.
Say
my
your
grandma
story.
was sick once, and she went to the hospital and got a wheelchair and went to.
Okay,
the-
Zoe.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Anybody else have a question?
Any other questions?
I got my eyes.
Oh, not stories. We're just gonna do questions. Just questions, sister.
Maybe at recess you guys can share some of your stories with each other, okay? Or at lunchtime or snack when you.
Grace.
Kind of question?
Be nice to someone, like
That's a great way to be a good friend and to be kind to others. You're right. Who else has a question? Something you're wondering about? What about right here in the front?
I'm always gonna.
That's
Oh,
so
that's
sweet.
very nice,
I love
Sophia.
that. Anybody else have a question? Anybody else? Right here?
What do you pick for a question? Tatum.
I walk my toes sometimes when I go to the store and at home.
Yep, when you're at the store and at home. Yep, sometimes we do. Sometimes it's kind of fun to walk on the toes, huh?
I do that in ballet.
And in ballet too, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question, Cameron. Pick one more person for a question. Show me crisscross. Yeah, last one for a
The
question.
last question.
Ask them.
Clean up their house.
That's another way.
I think
that
Cameron's mommy would love that idea.
you could be a good helper to help them clean up their house, huh? You guys are full of good ideas of how to be a good friend.
I know.
Well, thank you guys so much for letting me come. I know maybe some of you have some more questions, so you can maybe ask your teacher. And I'm also going to send home a letter that you can take with